welcome to episode 67 of the Nicole Stitches podcast. I am a left-handed crocheter, knitter, and general crafter coming to you from Northern Virginia, where I work and live with my husband, our cat Webster, and our kitten Birdie. You can keep up with me on Instagram at NicoleSPDesigns, on Ravelry as she writes things, on Pinterest at NSP Designs, and in my shop, nspdesigns.com, where I make and sell handmade project bags, notions, pouches, and other fiber accessories, as well as original crochet patterns. There's a Ravelry group for the podcast, and you can go there to find a Get to Know Us thread where you can introduce yourself and get to know other members of the group, a Q&A thread where you can leave me questions I'll answer in a future video. You'll find a monthly pattern giveaway where you can enter to win a pattern featured on the podcast in that month, and it's where you'll find the chatter and finished objects threads for the NSP Comfy Crochet Cal, which is a casual crochet along I'm running this year. Welcome back. If you're new, welcome, and thank you so much for giving me a try. If you're a return viewer, thanks for coming back. I have a new background again. Not sure if this is going to be the one or what, but it's working for me today. So if you were with me last week, like I said, we have moved. We're in a new apartment, and I'm figuring out my spots for where I'm gonna record the podcast and all that stuff. So I'm trying this out today. We still don't have anything on the walls yet. We had some maintenance that was being done to our apartment when we moved in here. I'll talk about it more later, but we don't have anything on the walls yet. So it's still a little echo in here, and I'm sitting in this little window nook for today. So hopefully the lighting is all right and all that stuff. I also have both cats in here with me. They're fussing at each other. So you might hear some cat tussling in the background, and that just is what it is. I will, get all the chattery stuff in the chatter section later on. But welcome to episode 67. I am enjoying some tea. It is my lunch break, and it is a rainy, cloudy day here, and it's tea weather, it's soup weather, it's cozy weather, so I made myself a tea for the episode to keep my hands warm, and this is one of my souvenir mugs from our honeymoon. We went to Berlin, Germany, as the last stop on our honeymoon, and this is I collect the You Are Here mugs, which they don't sell them in the US anymore, at least not most places, but they do still sell them in Europe, at least. I don't know if it's like everywhere but the US or what, but everywhere in Europe that we were still had the You Are Here mugs. I know in the US it is now the Been There mugs, where it's like doodles and line drawn. I just don't like that aesthetic as much. I have a couple of those, but in general I don't like them as much as this style, so I was really excited about this. Anyway, the point is I have tea. It is hot apple cider tea from Republic of Tea, and it is so good. It's so good. It does taste like hot apple cider. I am an apple person. I'm not a pumpkin person. I know that like this time of year is pumpkin, like hashtag pumpkin vibes, and I'm not about it. You might see Webster pop in right here. He wanted to look out the window. I'm not big on pumpkin. I don't really like the way the taste. I don't like the smell usually. I'm not big on pumpkins, but it's also apple time and I am big on apples. So I'm loving this tea, and I'm about to go to Wegmans and buy like 7 more containers of this tea. And now Birdie is chewing on the leg of my tripod. This episode's already a mess. I'm just gonna jump right into things. I have a little more fiber content for you this week than I did last week. Not a lot more. Things have been hectic, but I do have a bit more. First, I will start off with my sweater project that's currently on the needles. This is the Baldellia by Amelie Designs. Amelie Knits? I think it's Amelie Designs. I always put the information on screen anyway, but this is the Baldellia, and here is my progress. Let me show you where I was last week. Here's my progress keeper from last week. I had just started my yellow stripe, and now I am nearly done with my yellow stripe. I have a few more rounds left to go, and then I'm going to switch colors again. I am knitting this in KnitPicks Stroll fingering in Dogwood Heather. That's this pink. This is pumpkin. I have another extra skein of it here. Pumpkin. It's like a rusty orange color, cinnamony brown color. And then this is Dandelion. I also have an extra skein of this Doesn't matter, you saw it in my sweater. But I'm holding the strands double with Stroll fingering in white the whole way down. So that is marling the colors and blending them together. This is a DK weight pattern usually, which is why I'm holding the fingering double. This is where I am now. I have separated for the sleeves, and I have the underarm texture effect going on, but the Baldellia has a, oh my god, I'm such a mess, it has a textured effect from the raglan. It's a top-down raglan sweater, and it has this textured effect that comes to a point, and then it broadens out, and then it comes back down. It's very cool. I'm never good at explaining it, but you can kind of see it here. And I have separated for the sleeves. I have actually not tried this on yet at all, which makes me a little nervous, but I mean, it's meant to be oversized, and it certainly looks oversized, so I'm thinking it'll be okay, and I'm just gonna throw it on some spare yarn at some point, or sometimes what I do to try it on is I will take an extra pair of knitting needles that are the same size as whatever it's being knit on, or honestly, if I don't have an empty pair that's the same size, I'll find like a size down or any size that's handy that's less than the actual needle size, and I'll like put like roughly half the stitches on those needles and then try it on, because that's just, to me, it's easier than putting it all on scrap yarn to try on. I only have to put half the stitches back on my needles, and putting it on another pair of needles makes it that much easier to transfer because you're just going tip to tip, you know what I mean? Anyway, yes, I'm gonna try it on soon, but again, it's oversized. And it looks like it's gonna fit. I believe I am knitting the second size of the pattern. I'm not sure how many sizes there are. I want to say there are 9 sizes, and I believe I'm knitting the second one. It's supposed to fit with a pretty decent amount of ease, and I chose a size with a little bit less ease just because I am short, and I was concerned that going with as much ease as was recommended was going to make me look like I was a little girl in her mommy's sweater. Which, you know, that's a vibe, but it's not the vibe that I was going for. I've talked about this last week also, but my color choice, I know, is interesting. It's not for everyone. Although I posted a progress picture on my Instagram, and lots of people were very nice about it, but I recognize that this is not a color scheme that everyone would love. You know, let's be honest, but I really love it. And if you missed my episode last week, I talked about where it came from. Adam and I were walking down the street in Manhattan. We had just gotten home from our honeymoon, our return flight home. It was very late, and I saw this sweater in a store window, and it was these big stripes. It looked much like this, these big stripes of these colors, and it just looked really comfy. And I decided that I wanted to knit that sweater, so now I am doing that. Again, this pattern has gotten a lot of love from me this week because it's pretty simple. I do have to pay attention to when I get to the underarm so I can do that rib pattern, but mostly it's just stockinette. And I'm a sweater knitter. They have become my favorite thing to work on, and this is just a really warm, cozy, squishy, colorful sweater, so it's bringing me a lot of happiness, and it's great when I'm feeling burnt out at the end of the day and I just want to sit around and, you know, I need something to do with my hands, but I don't want to have to focus too much. This is what I've been reaching for. Next, I have worked on something else this week, so that's going to make this more interesting than last week's episode. This is living in this project bag, and it is the Brave at Heart Knits by Dianna Walla. This is a gift knit project for my sister-in-law and one of my best friends. She does not watch, so this is not a spoiler. And Kelsey, if for some reason you did decide to start watching me now, like all of a sudden, leave. Stop watching. But these are the Brave at Heart mitts by Dianna Walla. These are Harry Potter inspired mitts. There is one for each of the 4 Harry Potter houses, and these are the Gryffindor mitts. Kelsey is a Gryffindor, and these are for her. So this is still the left mitt. There are 2 different charts for the left and right hands. This is still the left one, the one I've been working on every time you've seen it. Here is a marker to denote where I was roughly the last time that I showed these, and this is where I am. This progress is all from this week. So you can see, here's the back. I have separated for the thumb and you can see the front. The lion is really starting to take shape. I'm nearly done and we're looking good. So I am knitting this in KnitPicks palette in Garnet Heather, that's the red, and then the yellow is KnitPicks Hawthorne Kettle-Dyed in Compass. It's all stash yarn, and I think these colors are gorgeous together, and they're looking really nice for color work. They're giving me really crisp definition in my stitches, and I'm loving it. I will put this on real quick to give you an idea of where I am. Here you can see where I am. We're getting there, you know. I have to finish this here, then there's another motif like this across the fingertips, and then it comes to a point, and then I will need to do the other glove. So we are about a week out from Thanksgiving, and then I will have until Christmas to finish them. And of course, if I need more time, she will not mind if they're late. I would love to give them to her by Christmas though, like in time for the holiday. So we'll see. But yes, this is where I am. I think I'll be fine. I think they'll be done by Christmas. Yeah, that's pretty good. It does require more focus than my sweater, obviously, and it is the most not complicated, because it's not that complicated, but it's very detailed in terms of a colorwork chart. It's the most detailed colorwork chart, I guess you'd say, that I've had to work on so far, just because the palm side with that diamond pattern, that has a sequence that I figure out what it is for the row and I can just work along, but the other side does not have that. It is never the same row to row, and it's not like a sequence that repeats all the way across the back of the hand, obviously, because you're stitching one big picture. So I have to pay attention, and I have to worry about like trapping my floats so that there's not a big strand on the inside of the inactive color that will catch on fingers or anything. It just is a little more, it requires a little more thought and attention than the colorwork patterns I'm usually knitting, which is fine because it's beautiful, and I think that she's going to really love the result, but I do have to pay a bit more attention than I usually do. So it's not great for when I'm like watching something that I want to pay a lot of attention to, because I have to split my focus too much, but if I'm watching something I've seen before or that doesn't require a bunch of brain power, that's when I'm picking that up. But again, I do want to get it done by the holiday, so I'm trying to make an effort to focus on it so that it's finished by my deadline. And that is all of my fiber content for you this week. I know I've promised to show you my finished Druthers, which is a shawl that I knit by Plucky Knitter Design. I still don't know where it is. There are some things that I've just not gotten unpacked yet. There's a couple boxes. I think it's in a box of bedroom stuff, or in like my suitcase, which I crammed full of clothes and bedroom stuff when we were moving. It's in one of those. I just haven't unearthed it yet, or and so since I haven't unearthed it yet, I haven't blocked it and woven in my ends, but I will show it to you. This is the kind of weather that I wanted to be wearing it for, so I want to find it. I just, I haven't gotten to it yet, but it's around here somewhere. It's here. It made it. And I will show it to you when I find it. I only just found my blocking mats anyway, so we're a little behind, but that's just how life goes sometimes. But yeah, otherwise that's my fiber content for you. I know it's still a bit light, but that's what I'm working on. For a shop update really quick, as of today, this morning, I have launched my holiday shop in my website, nspdesigns.com. So I have 6 new holiday, festive, seasonal fabrics in the shop for you. I have them in large, medium project bags and project pouches. A couple of them I also have in small project bags, which don't happen often. Most often I make them when I have messed up cutting my fabric. And so my yardage is the wrong shape. And I just have that enough fabric available to make small bags, or when I've got, for some reason I've just got extra, like I've got weird extra fabric is usually when I make a small project bag. A couple of them I have small bags. I've got DPN cozies and stuff. Let me grab them real quick to show you. Just brought over pouches and large bags in each fabric to show you, but again I also have medium bags. But these are the 6 fabrics that I have. This year there is still some stuff in the shop that is left over from years past that is holiday themed, but if you click, I've made a dedicated holiday shop section, so if you visit my website, there's a banner at the top that says to go to the holiday shop. You can click that, or you can navigate to it from the sidebar, but everything will be specifically in that section of the website. So the new ones are this print. I called this one Cozy Vibes. It's this fun, like, beigey color. That's pretty accurate. With hats and mittens and cups of cocoa and coffee, whatever you imagine. And then this beautiful kind of periwinkle and blue or violet. Maybe it's like indigo. Buffalo plaid in there. So this is a large. This is a project pouch. And again, I have it also in mediums. I have these deer, which are so cute, and they have little bows of many different colors. These have this fun sparkly or metallic, maybe, hopefully that shows up, like sage green lining. Here's a project pouch, and I have smalls of this fabric. I have 2 smalls in the shop. They're so cute. They're perfect for, like, if you're a sock knitter or you like to knit hats or mitts, they're perfect for that kind of thing. I have these bottle brush, I think they're called trees, or brush trees. I think, I try not to play favorites, but, like, I think this one is my favorite. Don't tell the others. But this is beautiful. It's got this fun, speckled fabric on the inside with these gold splatters that are actually, just a little bit metallic. I don't know if that'll read on camera, but they are just a little bit metallic, those gold splatters. It's beautiful. Here's a pouch. This one is the Cozy Village. So cute. And this one is lined with this festive red and very dark gray or maybe dark brown buffalo plaid in here. And here's a pouch. And this one, there will be smalls available in this. They were the one thing that was not quite ready yet, but there will be smalls. They are coming. There will be 2 smalls of that fabric as well. This is my holiday donut fabric. You know, I couldn't not have a donut, I couldn't not. With these fun metallic snowflakes inside. Here's the pouch, fun bright green zipper. And the last one is these gray trees, which are beautiful, nice and subtle and neutral, and this fun marbled swirling lining with some silver metallic in there. I used this lining for one of my Halloween fall fabrics as well, and I just loved it so much. I thought it would be perfect for this, so I did it again. And here's a pouch in this fabric as well. There are also DPN cozies in all of this fabric. There's just a bit of everything in the shop. I'm really excited about these 6 fabrics. For the first time, since the shop opened, I did all new fabrics. The first time that I did holiday stuff, I only had a couple, and then the year after that, I redid a couple of them again. I could have done that again this year. I know that there are a couple of fabrics that always seem to be crowd pleasers, and I have nothing against them. I just decided to go all new because there's a lot of stuff out there, and I wanted to, kind of branch out a little bit. So I'm just really excited. I'm definitely a bit behind where I wanted to be because of the wedding and the honeymoon and the move. I wanted to have this stuff ready sooner than this, but it is ready now and it's in the shop. So thank you for bearing with me and waiting for that, and also including that segment in my podcast. But I worked really hard and I'm very proud and excited. In terms of a personal update, as I mentioned, we moved, and here's Birdie. We moved and things have just been hectic. We're still kind of finishing up the move. We still have our old apartment for a few more days, and we have to go in and do a final big clear out. It's mostly just stuff in there that we didn't want to move because we're donating it, really, is what's left over there, and like a couple odds and ends, but we need to finish out over there so that we never have to go back there again. Life's been wild because of this move. We're much happier though in this new place. I didn't talk about it much, but the old apartment was not a pleasant place to live. It seemed nice when we moved in there, which is why we moved in and we stayed. But unfortunately it was not the most updated or well-maintained place to begin with, which was fine. We're not people who like have to have the fanciest, most modern kitchen appliances and all that stuff. We were just looking for a relatively nice, affordable, conveniently located place to stay. So we were fine with it. But because it was not the most updated / well-maintained, things had a lot of problems. And then the complex, while we lived there, was sold to a new management company who didn't care about managing the complex or maintaining things at all. So we ended up having a lot of issues, and it was just really an unpleasant situation. We had bad neighbors, we had disrespectful neighbors, we had problems with noises, and it was a first floor apartment, which some people are totally okay with that, but for me, working from home there, being home alone there all day, I didn't feel comfortable like opening our blinds and having the blinds open all day because of where our specific apartment was located as well. It was very easily visible to like the public outside, which is part of why we also had noise issues and stuff. I didn't feel comfortable really leaving the blinds open up all day because people would walk or drive by constantly, and they would look inside, and they were loud, and I was alone. And so when Adam was home, we'd open the blinds a bit more, but we didn't really feel comfortable like opening our windows. So it kind of felt like living and working in a cave for me a lot of the time, especially in winter. Like we had lamps and stuff, but you want to open the windows and get some sun. And we had maintenance issues, we had leaks, and we had things break constantly and they didn't get fixed, and it was just really hellish, quite honestly. It was kind of a nightmare. And some of these complaints really are like first class problems, but people deserve a nice place to live. And I don't think we really realized what kind of a toll it can take on your health, honestly, like your mental state, your mental health. For me, also my physical health a bit, I won't lie. We had some issues that I think did cause me at least to get sick a couple times. But I don't think, people really understand what kind of a toll it can take on your mental state to live in a place that's an unpleasant, bad living situation until you get out of it. Because living here, even just as soon as we had the keys and started moving some of our stuff and spending like a couple hours here a day, it was like a world of difference. And we're not on the first floor anymore, so I feel a lot more comfortable opening the blinds whenever I want and leaving them up and enjoying the sun. I grapple with seasonal depression in the cold months when we have very little sun. I just, seasonal depression, you don't get as much sunlight as you need, and it causes you to get depressed and lethargic. I'm really hopeful now. The place where my desk is situated is right by a bunch of windows, and I'm really hopeful that will help me out a lot. And in here where I have my shop set up and a lot of my crafting stuff, we have a lot of windows. It's like a whole other world. And also, we have yet to have kids from the neighborhood come pound on the window because there's a cat there. It's just a much better situation for us. We're much, much happier. I mean, knock on wood, things could still suddenly go terrible again, but so far it's been a whole world of difference, and it's really good. We're much happier here. We have more space, and the cats are loving it. The cats are sitting in every window they possibly can. They're much happier too. It's just a much better situation. So, that's good. I don't even know how I got on this topic, but the point is, we're moving. Our moving process is nearly complete. We're going to start hanging stuff on the walls soon. We haven't unpacked all of our wall stuff, I think, is part of what's holding us up, and so we want to decide where things go and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been a hectic but happy time, and things are going along. So that's what I've been up to lately. Next week, the schedule, I think, is going to get a little different. It is American Thanksgiving next week on Thursday. So normally my schedule is to record on Wednesday, edit on Thursday, and post on Friday. I really haven't been making that schedule recently, but that is my ideal situation schedule. But given that Thursday is Thanksgiving, we will not be home. And then the day after that, when I'm normally posting, I will be traveling. I am going to visit my best friend. She is getting married, and so I'm gonna go up to her neck of the woods. She lives in the greater Philadelphia area. I'm gonna visit her, and we're gonna hang out and go look at some wedding things for her, and it's gonna be a good time. So my hope is to have some type of video go up for you next week. It might not be till Saturday. I might still be able to have a video and it just goes up on Saturday, which I do sometimes anyway. Keep an eye out. I'm planning to have something posted next week, whether it's another video, like a filler video that I've got a few of those planned, or an actual episode. I don't know yet, and I don't want to make promises, but I do want to have something up. And there will be in the shop a sale for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, so keep a lookout for that. Follow me on Instagram. That's the best bet to find out what the sale is, but there definitely is going to be a sale. And I will start it on Friday. I won't make you wait till one day. I will start it on Friday. So you keep a lookout for that. And I think that is everything. I don't have a new in my queue segment this week. I will try to have that in my next episode. There are many fun things that are going on my queue lately. I just don't have myself organized to do that this week. Sorry about that. But that's the episode, I think. So it's probably a short one and a light one and a very blabbery one, but sometimes that is just the way it goes. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you were new, I hope you enjoyed it. If you're a return viewer, thanks for coming back. If you want to know every time I post a new video, hit a subscribe button. Give this video a like and a comment. They both help me out a lot, especially comments. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on anything in the video. I hope you have a great week, get lots of crafting done, and I will see you next time. Bye!